So, tell me a little bit about this project of yours. I want to hear all about it. I'm so excited.
Thank you. I'm very glad to hear that you're excited. I'm always happy to hear that when people say it. It's a 300 and I think 14 page novel, and it's the first installment in a trilogy. So it'll be a series called the Aegean series. And I just started penning the second novel. And the first one is basically just introducing all the characters. There's a lot less sex in this one than I have planned for the next two. But that doesn't make it any less uh, kid friendly. It's still very violent. It's a lot of adult themes, and it's set in ancient Greece, ancient Rome, ancient Egypt, and ancient Myria. And Myria is
Ooh.
sort of northwestern Turkey, where northwestern Turkey is now. Uh,
Okay, okay.
yeah, and these places back then, trade was such a huge thing that it was so easy to cross the Aegean in their ships and everything. So they were either killing people or trading something. Um, and my main characters are all set in these four places, and there's a lot of traveling involved. Um, and they kind of mess with each other's lives, both intentionally and unintentionally, and it's kind of a butterfly effect. Something happens in one place and it affects a lot of things in another place, and um, yeah, lots of themes of violence and humanity and questioning humanity as well.
Wow. Now, all these places where they take place, are these places you traveled to or?
Sorry, say that again. You cut
Yeah,
out.
sure. No, no, no problem. I was asking all the places where this your novel takes place. Have you traveled to these places or did you research it? How'd that work out?
That's such a great question. I researched it for 6 months before I even wrote anything, because I'm obsessive like that, and I really wanted it to be as truthful and realistic and a visceral experience for readers. And I wanted to get like the foods that they ate right, and their transportation right, and the fabrics that they had, and the colors that they had available to like dye their clothes back then. um, I really wanted to immerse myself in it, because if I don't do that, then I can't really write the characters properly. So I researched for 6 months, and then when that ended, I took off to Europe, and I met my dad and his girlfriend in France, and then I flew to Rome, and met two girlfriends there, and we decided to travel around together. And so I did get to see Rome, and I was very interested in it, and they were so patient with all of the questions that I had for the tourism guides. So patient. And we didn't get to do Turkey, so no Myria, and we didn't get to do Egypt, but I did Greece and Rome. And I did end up in Greece for about 10 days by myself, and I just found a villa, and it was kind of underneath the Temple of Poseidon. So that was pretty cool. That's about 2,500 years old.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
yeah, it was really, really awesome. Just kind of like look up at it and see the details on it are scary. I don't know how they I don't know how they did any of that. And I just kind of sat there and meditated for 10 days and read my book with my feet in the Aegean Sea. And day after I got back, I started writing, and I didn't stop until exactly a year later, actually, when I finished the first draft.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible. And how would you describe your main characters?
Ooh, most of them are female. I felt that that was really important, seeing as females, especially, are so overlooked in that time period, and really not treated well in the slightest. So I did want to give them a voice. So I would say majority of the characters are very cutthroat. I would say there's a lot of courage, whether it's courage that already existed or courage out of necessity to survive in the situations they're put in. Um, Resilient is a great word. I suppose for any character or any person that lived during that time, you'd have to be resourceful. And there are a few characters that are just extremely loyal, which is a trait that I respect a lot. But I would have to say a lot of them are really cunning as well, because they do try to screw each other over with a lot of things. So cunning does rear its head quite often. Lots of lies.
And do you relate to any of your characters, or do they have characteristics you wish you had?
There are a few that I wish I had the balls on these females. Like I wish. But also those opportunities aren't sort of like in the same scenarios these days. But I do relate to one especially. I think she is, I can't imagine going through what she goes through in the book. And I mean, I did have to try to get inside of her head to do it, to write her story. But I don't know how someone like that doesn't sort of shut down with trauma. But I do see myself in her, the way that she keeps going, because it's something you either decide to do or you give up, and that's something I decided to do. So I'm very proud of her. It's like having a child.
Very nice. And when is your book going to come out?
It's out
It
actually.
is out. Oh, okay. Okay. That's great. When did it come out?
It actually came out so much earlier than I expected it would. It was supposed to come out on the 31st, but it just ended up being published earlier. So I believe it came out on the 12th of May or June. Wait, what are we in? June?
We're in June now, yeah.
12th of June.
Perfect. That's incredible. I'm so excited to read it. I cannot wait.
Thank you. I would love to hear anything that you have to say about it. I'm wanting as much constructive criticism as possible, and to figure out what does and doesn't work. I would love the series to be the best it can be.
Yeah. Now, if this were made into a movie, who would you cast as your main characters and why?
Oh, you know what? My friend asked me that recently, and I gave them a list of about 50 actors that I love so much. I actually wrote it so that it can be adapted easily to a TV series.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, there is, oh my God, what is her name? Varma? Irina Varma?
Okay.
In Indira Varma.
Oh, okay.
Get that so confused. If you don't know who she is, she was in Game of Thrones, and she was Oberyn's lover, I believe. She's fantastic. She's got this just stunning neck, and I think she's the most beautiful creature in the world. I would watch her do anything. I would watch her tie her shoes. So of course it would be a dream to see her in a role that I created. And I can guarantee I'd sit there sort of starstruck, and she'd wonder if I was okay. I'd be like, I'm not okay, I love you.
There's nothing wrong with being starstruck.
Yeah, I'm out of admiration. Sure. I think she's fantastic. What a phenomenal actress.
Yeah, but you need to pitch this to network so it can become a TV series or one of the streaming services. I feel like it would fit really well on Hulu or something.
Yeah, or HBO if it got picked up.
HBO Max. Yeah.
It's so violent, and it's such a long, vast story. That would be my aim, and I have spoken to my publicist and everything about seeing if we can get it in front of Hollywood eyes. I know it doesn't happen very often, but with my degree in script writing for film and TV, I've been on this side of the camera and the other side of the camera, and now writing a book, it was kind of having it in mind of how I would adapt it into a script. It was kind of written that way, so I can just snip out descriptions and everything and make it a bare bones script. so they can work their magic with it.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I'm so happy for you. And one thing I get to people I interview is tell me something fun about yourself, like a fun fact.
A fun fact. I usually think of myself as quite boring. I'm a homebody, so I paint sex art.
Really? I've
Yeah,
never heard anyone say that before.
I know. As soon as it came out of my mouth, I was like, I wonder if that's actually this one.
Oh, very nice. I like it.
Yep. So people tend to buy those, and that's great.
Oh, what got you into that?
Um, I just don't. My mum's a huge hippie. She's just so free and open, and even just talking about sex growing up was very fluid um and open. And I'm very pro nudism. I think that we should all love our bodies very, very much, as you can see on the front cover of the book. So yeah, I don't know. I love painting and I love experimenting with paint, and why not create art that sort of stimulates a human brain and something that relates to them as well. And
That's
just to
really
like
cool.
get it out there. Like people are too prudish when they're talking about sex.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Everybody should be having more sex.
Agreed. Now the world would be a better place.
Yes, everyone would be so much happier, way more relaxed. There'd be no wars.
Nice. And what are you watching on TV these days? Since we're also on TV side, and we were just talking about TV.
Yeah, I just started Stranger Things, the new season, and I believe I discussed with my partner we have to pre-decide on it so that I can't change it up last minute. We decided we're watching The Boys, the new season after Stranger Things, but I just finished Sherlock Holmes and or Elementary, sorry.
Okay.
The Vampire Diaries.
So
For the first time, actually. So I'm very much still in the headspace of sort of CW and Perfect Curls after they've just come out of a fire and stuff. So it was a great series. I loved it.
yeah, one of my best friends, she loves Vampire Diaries so much. Her daughter's middle name is Elena because of that show.
No way.
Yes.
That is so awesome.
Yeah, she loves Vampire Diaries, and they couldn't think of a middle name, and then they decided on Elena for the middle name. So
I love it. What a gorgeous name.
it is, and the girl's first name is Davina. So Davina Elena just flows so beautifully together.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Yeah. Oh, that was not a bad decision.
No, it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect.
Fantastic. And are you Team Stefan?
Of course. Gotta be.
They both make such dumb decisions at certain points. So
nice. And what would you say is your guilty pleasure TV show or movie?
oh dear. I really like Family Guy.
Oh, so yes, the early stuff though. The new stuff isn't as good, but the new stuff is the old stuff. The old school Family Guy was just the best.
Yes, it's so good to zone out too, especially if you have such a day that is so brain stimulating and you have to be on all the time. And
yes
for 16 hours for the book, I need Family Guy afterwards to sort of numb everything, which is perfect.
Yeah, it's a good one. And sometimes I just like think of old episodes. I'm like, how did they get away with saying that on TV? I mean, seriously.
I was like, wow, that was really ballsy.
Yeah, that in South Park. It's just like, how did they get away with all that stuff?
South Park is brilliant. I understand the brilliance of it now that I'm older.
Yes. It came out when I was a teenager, and now it's like I can't believe it's still on. I'm like, I'm 38 now, and I'm like, I can't believe this show is still on.
It's still going. It's
going strong.
It's
craziness. I can't believe it. Nice. And where can we follow you on social media so we can continue to follow your amazing career?
It is ELYSHAJ on Instagram, and it's just Ellie Jackson on Facebook. I do have a page for the book and book updates, but I'm terrible at social media, so it's basically me just spreading the same information across every platform that I have an account on, which isn't a lot.
I do the same thing. I just have everything automatically update because I'm
Yeah,
just like, okay, I can't remember this. It's just, I'm
yeah,
like, well, all right,
not
just
the
everything
same.
go out at once.
Yeah. If I can press one button and not have to deal with the technology, then I'm good. That's
Same,
Elysha.
same. Beautiful. Well, Elysha, it was a pleasure having you on. I can't wait to talk again soon. And congratulations on a new book.
Thank you very much, Sammy. It was really
Thank
nice
you.
to meet you.
Likewise. We'll talk again soon.
I hope so. Have a
Thank
great
you.
day.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye.